Hello my friends and welcome for my weekly whiskey review. My name is Dan and today I have a rising star from the GlenAllachie distillery in Speyside region. GlenAllachie 15 years old single malt scotch whiskey. This is a 700 ml bottle which comes in this blue presentation box, bottled at 46% ABV, non-chill filtered and at natural color. Sounds good, doesn't it? And what a color this one is. Two years since Billy Walker and his team took over the distillery in 2017, they had a new dram to add to their impressive core range of malts. Said to be the jewel in the crown, Billy Walker has crafted this new expression from a combination of Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso sherry casks. But it is really difficult to find out some official information about how this whiskey has been made. You cannot find anything from the label or from the box except being non-chill filtered and natural color, bottled at 46% ABV. And when I buy whiskey, this is my first contact with the product. It is the label and the box. I want to know what I'm paying for. So, yep, not much on the label. What did I do to find out more information? Forget about whiskey retailers' websites. They can tell you whatever they want. I tried the official GlenAllachie website where they advertise and promote their products. And guess what? On the dedicated page for GlenAllachie 15, only words with no sense. Nothing about casks, no information whatsoever, nothing for us to see. But I decided not to give up, and scrolling on the news and events pages, I found page number 2, released on the 29th of August 2019, where Billy Walker said this: "For this 15 years old, I chose PX and Oloroso puncheons and hogsheads to deliver complete depth and finish. The whiskey is rich in sweet spices, raisins and butterscotch with waves of banana, orange peel and dark chocolate. The extra years the whiskey spent maturing in the sherry wood cask extends the flavor further." Bingo! Now I know, and now you know. But then another question crossed my mind. What does he mean by extra years spent in sherry wood casks? And then I found out. Technically, you could say that this is a wood finish whiskey, but it has been released as a part of the GlenAllachie core range and not the recently launched wood finish range, slotting in between the 12 and 18 years old. The GlenAllachie 15 years old has been finished for around 20 months in two types of sherry cask, Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso puncheons and hogsheads, which the distillery say were chosen to deliver that depth and finish to the whiskey. Right, so this is not a fully matured sherry cask expression. It could be bourbon barrels matured whiskey, it could be Virgin American matured whiskey, second fill or third fill European oak. All this whiskey is being transferred into probably first fill PX and Oloroso sherry cask for about 2 years. And this is Billy Walker's signature. So my first contact with this whiskey is like, nah, I'm not impressed. I am not impressed at all. Because of the lack of information from the bottle. Why all this secret? Have they got something to hide? Before finding and reading what Billy Walker had to say in the news page and other information I gathered, I did not want to buy it. But after that, I decided to give it a chance. And yes, I was glad I did it. This is such a good whiskey that deserves so much more, and all the struggle to find out information about it and the lack of transparency has been forgiven. So, that extra time spent in Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso cask gave this whiskey this brown, dark color, thick and slow legs on the glass. Very nice visual impression on the nose. Interesting, complex and sweet. Sherry and raisins, dark grapes, a lot of fruitiness with some spicy oak in the background, hiding behind the fruit. Yes, it is a very good smell with plenty of notes to discover. It is that kind of smell that you don't want to finish. Honey, fresh, and no alcohol to sting you. No smoke, toffee, red apples. Very nice and very complex, but a different complexity with lots of aromas on the nose. A typical sherry bomb nose. On the palate, very rich, deep Pedro Jimenez flavors. A lot of sweetness coming up from those casks. This malt is the definition of smoothness. It covers the palate with a thick, velvety and oily layer. Very nice feeling. A little bit peppery to begin with, and then the sweetness and the fruitiness kick in. Very sweet, almost like a liquid dessert, with a lot of dark fruits, dark grapes, dark berries, and sweet apples. Yes, rich and thick, quite nutty. Notes of nuts are coming up, and no bitterness. But there is a sour turn as well, like all that fruitiness and sweetness were not properly finished. And this will downgrade this whiskey by some points. Long finish with raisins, tannins, and dark chocolate. This is a very good drum, and if you like the sweet, rich sherry whiskies, it is dangerously good. Well, it's the decision time. What should I do with this GlenAllachie 15 years old? My mark for this whiskey is 8.9 out of 10, same as the 10 years old Castron batch number 4. Different whiskies, but scored the same. Why 8.9? Yes, I gave the Macallan 15 years old double cask a 9 out of 10 and only 8.9 to GlenAllachie, because I found Macallan having a better harmony and balance between the casks and a little extra complexity, and GlenAllachie is probably a bit too sweet. And I will mention it again, I don't judge the price, only the whiskey. And there is something else. When I drink this GlenAllachie 15 years old, I have this strange feeling like there is not enough harmony in this whiskey. It's like taking a piece from here, a piece from there, and then more pieces, and you assemble them together expecting to work like one single strong team. It's just not happening. But when we speak about the price, my God, this is a must-have. 55 to 58 pounds a bottle gives this GlenAllachie 15 one of the best value for money. And keep an eye on the next batches. I'm convinced that this whiskey will do much better in the future. Definitely one to have in your whiskey cabinet. Thank you for watching. That's all from me for today. See you next time. Slanjava.